Welcome on into Same But Different. My name's Brody. That's Derek. Where are you?
Traveling. I'm in Montreal.
The traveling man. Montreal. What a guy. What a guy. This is Same But Different. It's a movie talk show where we talk movies and news and games and trailers and just whatever we want to talk about. And you either listen or you click out of the video. I don't know. We just wanted to hop on real quick, even though Derek's traveling, and talk about Project Hail Mary because we both saw it. Derek got to see an advanced screening last week, blah, blah, blah. Project Hail Mary, you know what it's about. It's been all over, but it is about a guy who goes to space because he needs to save the human race. Tale as old as time.
Yeah, I mean, does he need to? I guess, yeah, he probably
Well,
needs to. Starting off with, I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah, I really, really did. I made a short TikTok about it already. If you want to see a condensed version of my thoughts, but I mean, I walked out of the movie just smiling like a buffoon because it is such a happy movie. I mean, it's sad at parts, but like it's hopeful. And you just like walk away feeling warm and fuzzy and good. And like, you just don't often get that feeling in movies anymore.
Yeah.
And I really, really liked being able to watch a movie and feel happy and good about myself while I was watching it. And yeah, it was really really enjoyable. I honestly still think that it's not the quote unquote masterpiece that people are labeling it. um I think there are certain layers to this movie that are missing to, for me personally, to elevate it to masterpiece stardom. But it is a very, very good movie. One that I'm more than willing to buy a physical copy of and have on my shelf and be proud that I own it and watch it several times. So
I mean, I agree with most of what you said. I'll need to sit with it more before I can call it a masterpiece or not. But what I will say, if you've been around this channel, and I hate to even compare two movies, but I didn't like Interstellar and I loved this. I loved this. And Interstellar objectively is a masterpiece. So it's it's almost, I feel like I have to give it masterpiece status. Just
it's going to sound weird, but it's a totally different movie. Like,
it is.
there are elements obviously in it that are similar, and clearly, Interstellar walked so this movie could run, sort of thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a very different in theme, and in character. I don't know. It's just different.
The character work, it's so likable. The two you get to spend the movie with, it's just so likable and wonderful. It's hilarious. The script is well done. Ryan Gosling will be getting nominated for an Oscar. I can almost guarantee
Oh,
it.
really? Okay.
Um, yeah, absolutely. Why
I
not?
feel like movies this early into the year just kind of get forgotten about.
That's kind of what I thought too, but I just can't see, like, especially with the cinematography and the score too. I just can't see this movie being overlooked at the Oscars. Can't see it.
Fair, fair, yeah. Ryan Gosling did an incredible job. I think I said to you that he used to be one of my favorite actors, maybe top 20, top 15. But he shot
Mm-hmm.
up that list so far because of this role and him having to act with a puppet basically most of the time. But
Yeah.
he's just so
Oh,
charming. He's just so charming, and his comedic delivery is perfect. You've seen it in the other guys and other, not other guys, nice guys.
there we go. There we
Nice
go.
guys and other films he's been in. But yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah, he's been top for me since The Nice Guys. But yeah, can we give a shout out to practical effects because my God, so well done. Rocky, the little character, all the jokes landed. Not one joke was made in this movie where I'm like, oh, we're doing that again. Like the silly sidekick character never felt like one. It was a character. It was all about them, and I think my favorite thing about this movie, I think, is that it was about the journey, not the destination. With the stakes as high as saving the earth, that didn't really matter. It was about the journey,
It's so true. And
um,
honestly, not even the
which
journey
is
of the two
incredible.
on the ship. The woman who stays behind, who's the leader of whatever's going on down below, her journey was incredible too. Her character arc was so good. Like exploring different sides of her was really cool as well.
Yeah, she did a really good job too. I will say, if I were to throw a gripe at this movie, and it's not really a gripe, but it is a little bit. is that it started off, it was going back and forth between present day and how he got here, and I liked that. And then all of a sudden, for about an hour, we didn't go back in time. And I really wanted to know more about that. And eventually we got to there and it cut back to going kind of back and forth. But what just as I wanted more of how did we get here, it took it away from me. And I don't know how the book is written, and I'm not necessarily saying the movie would be better if they did this, but I feel like it could have just been chronological for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing,
But I
but I
just
just
think
think
watching this
watching this
journey from
journey from
start to
start to
finish
finish
wouldn't have
wouldn't have
been
been
bad.
bad.
I'm gonna
I
I
might have
might have
preferred.
preferred it.
I'm gonna argue against that only because one of the main plot points of this film is the fact that he has amnesia, right? Um, so if we did it chronologically,
You know
You know
what?
the
what?
point of him
Okay,
having amnesia wouldn't really matter.
Yep. 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 I take it back. That's all I needed to hear. Kind of forgot about that crucial plot point. This is going to sound weird. Not since Life of Pi in theaters have I wanted to be alone in the theater, sitting in the middle of all the seats and just being enveloped by a giant screen when he was standing in front of the planet and everything shot to red and he was just like feeling it. I felt like I was, and you remember that scene in Life of Pi where it goes like super acid trip, right?
Yep.
that's
That's the last time I felt that in a movie theater where I'm just like absorbed by what I'm looking at, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah, I agree. I saw it. I was lucky enough to see it in IMAX. However, I was unlucky enough to get a seat that was like not in the middle. I was off to the side.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
So
okay.
that kind of detracted from it, but still, yeah, I feel that hard. And fun fact, I think everybody knows this at this point, but no green screens were involved in the making of this film.
Which is
It
insane.
was all digitally done with human beings behind computers and just digitally, artistically making things, which I think is fantastic. I don't know if you know this other fun fact about Rocky the puppet and the puppeteer. I
Okay.
think
Okay.
his last name is Ramirez or Ortiz. I forget.
It's
So
yeah.
yeah.
Ortiz. But the puppeteer, because Ryan Gosling and him had such a rapport, blocking and practicing and acting together, they hadn't had a voice for Rocky yet. But because they had such a rapport,
Oh,
they just used the puppeteer's voice. Um,
that's really neat.
who knows the puppet more and would know it's the responses it would give and the mannerisms.
Hmm.
They just like, yeah, fuck it, puppeteer this guy, voice it, and it worked out perfectly.
It was so beautiful to watch this journey, all kind of leading toward. There was only one scene in this entire movie that I would deem like intense, and God, was it ever? But it wasn't. It was pretty like all build kind of low key for and that's what I mean by the journey of it all. It for the I don't know how to explain it. I It was insane. But that one scene that was the intense kind of climaxy part before the like was crazy. I was not okay.
I have a gripe with that scene.
Okay.
It's just me being a science bitch, but
Uh,
I'm just
ew.
saying, in space, if let's say you had, a necklace with a thing hanging from it and you went out in space, it would float and fly around and be zero
Mm.
gravity. I don't think there's any way that ball and chain would have dropped straight down the way they would want it to in space. I think that that's kind of going against physics there a little bit, but whatever.
I don't
I
care.
know you wouldn't. I know. I know. And to an extent, I don't either because it was like a really entertaining part of the movie, but physically might not make any sense. The only excuse I can think of is that they were so close to the atmosphere, the stratosphere, or whatever, that there was a line of gravity that was pulling it down, but then it would pull the ship down. So I don't know.
And we've done this far. We're not going to get into spoilers, but this movie built itself up to an incredible, picture perfect ending and then didn't end for a whole scene, and I was miserable. But then there was an additional scene after that scene that then was a fantastic ending. So it was kind of like a fake out for me where I got really upset that they missed out on such a perfect ending, but then they brought it back around and gave us a good one anyway.
Yeah, they could have really goofed and made that final little stinger like not have to do with anything with his character, but
Right.
but it did, and it made it perfect.
Yes. Loved the movie. Honestly, I loved it so much. I can't wait to watch it again. I almost wish something like this could garner a sequel, and I normally wouldn't say that.
Yeah, it's just a big warm hug of a movie. I just loved it.
It's really, really, except when it's not, but it's good. It's a really, really good movie. Go watch it.
Go watch it on the biggest screen you can possibly find, please.
That's all we're going to say about it for now. Have you seen Project Hail Mary? Can you tell us what you thought? Tell us what scientific things bothered you about the realism of the movie.
Derek.
It didn't bother. Yeah, it bothered me a little bit. That's all.
Science fiction.
It didn't bother me in the moment, just afterwards thinking back on it.
Keep watching movies.